Hello, friends, and welcome back to another action-packed episode of the Nintendo Gems podcast, where we talk about Nintendo games, both new and old. And today we are talking about a sort of a Nintendo game. But anyway, I am Brayden, and here with me I have my co-host,
Connor.
Hello, it's good to see you. And this episode, we have a very special guest on the other end. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, hello, I'm Harry, known online as WG Mojo.
You might know him from, well, let's see, you took off on TikTok first, and now you stream mostly on YouTube, is that right?
Yeah, like my journey online, on YouTube and TikTok, it started on TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
I have, like 86,000 followers on TikTok. And then it's largely moved to YouTube.
It started at 86,000 on TikTok?
No. Well,
is that a starting
Let me stop
point?
you there. I'm sorry. I think I might need to stop you there, as the theme song is likely fading out. But if you haven't read the title of the episode by now, we are going to be discussing Fortnite, the battle royale phenomenon that is not so Nintendo, but is something that Connor and I have certainly a lot of connection with our Switch.
We've discussed on the show, and if you've listened to our discussions on the show, you know we have quite a heavy investment in Fortnite, for better or for worse.
Hours-wise, if you listen to our 2020 recap.
And oddly enough, as a Nintendo game specifically, because we have a lot of hours in it on our Switches, as opposed to other consoles or PC. It's really a Switch mainstay for both of us.
Exactly right. And so, with that out of the way, Harry, I do apologize for interrupting you. Let's see. You averaged out at 80K, and then you hopped over to YouTube, 86K.
Yeah, like my journey did actually start on YouTube. So the start of the lockdown in the UK, which was basically a year ago now, I thought I'm just going to make a YouTube channel just to see what happens. And that's when I first found TikTok, just as an app, then which I just enjoyed scrolling through. So when I launched my YouTube channel at the same time, I just made a TikTok.
If there were any time to jump on the TikTok train, it was like that first leg of quarantine. Like that's when everybody kind of like whipped out their phones and got on TikTok just to find those quick little entertainment nuggets.
But tell us, WG Mojo, what kind of entertainment nuggets you produced. It started off a little differently than I would say now, and you have the stage to correct me there. But yeah, what kind of content do you produce?
No, yeah, you're right. So when I first launched my YouTube channel, we'll go back to YouTube because that's where it already started. When I first launched my YouTube channel, I made a welcome video, and I said in the welcome video, this channel is going to be half Fortnite, half RuneScape. In actual fact, there was only ever 2 or 3 RuneScape related videos.
It's okay. RuneScape's not welcome on this podcast anyway.
Yeah, it's definitely not on Nintendo.
Don't say that word.
Anyway, it took me a while. It took me a few months to work out what might I be good at, or what should I put on my channel.
Sure.
So the first thing I put was a Fortnite guide. This was chapter 2, season 2 of Fortnite, where they had all the overpowered mythic weapons, like the Midas drum gun at the agency. They had the Brutus minigun. What was that place called? Grotto or somewhere like that. They had Sky's assault rifle. They had all sorts of overpowered weapons. Anyway, I decided I'm going to make a guide on how to kill Midas, because I found some good strategies, despite the fact 20 players were landing there every single time. I found some good strategies to kill Midas and get his drum gun. I stuck a guide on YouTube. Didn't do very well. It's got 95 views 9 months later, which again, for me, that's not a great number of views, right?
Yeah,
regular.
But what I did anyway, I cut it down. I put it on TikTok as a 1-minute guide. The guide on YouTube is I'm looking at it's 3.5 minutes. Cut it down, put it on YouTube as a 1-minute guide. That currently has 66,000 views on that one on TikTok.
Holy moly!
So the next thing I did after a guide on how to kill Midas, I watch a lot of Twitch. My favorite Twitch streamer is Reverse2K. People will know the streamer Ninja, one of the most famous gamers in the world.
Of course.
Reverse2K was his Fortnite duo partner.
Okay.
And I was watching a lot of Ninja and Reverse2K. Reverse is my favorite streamer. Whenever I sit in these Twitch streamers chats, like watching him getting gifted subs, for example, bits, donations, and I'm just sitting there thinking, how much money is this guy making? I'd really be curious to know how much money Reverse2K is making, how much money is Ninja making.
Yeah.
And I'm typing it into YouTube and stuff. Nobody's calculating it. Why is nobody calculating it? So I thought, Reverse2K is my favorite streamer. I'm just going to calculate it. I'm going to work it out as best as I can. and who knows how accurate it was. It was my first attempt, but I produced a video on how much does reverse 2K make. It still doesn't have that many views on YouTube. It has 144 views.
Nice.
But I thought I'll cut it down. I'll put it on TikTok. So I did. I cut it down into a 45-second TikTok or however long it is, and just slowly over the next few days, it was gaining like a few hundred views, more than I was expecting. I was gaining followers quickly. I found myself on 100 followers, and then I thought, this is working. I don't know. I did another guide for some reason, but after that, this is where things really took off. I did how much does Scoped make? So we're talking about famous duos again. You guys probably have heard of Tfue, who was probably like the third most famous Fortnite player of all time. So Tfue's duo partner was a guy called Scoped. So I thought I'm going to do how much does Scoped make?
Okay.
Posted that on YouTube. Again, didn't do too well on YouTube. It got more views than Reverse. It's got 500 views. Again, I cut it down, put it on TikTok, and I think a day later it had something insane like 500,000 views. Like a day after I'd put it on TikTok.
Jeez.
And that's when it became
insane.
obvious. Wow, I can run a series here. I can just do how much people make. Nobody's covering it. So I just kept doing it.
Yeah.
Sure, right.
And here we are.
I have a couple questions off that. Like, first off, what kind of numbers are we talking here?
Yeah, is it a spoiler to tell us what those numbers you got were, or should we just direct you to the TikTok?
Right. How much is Scoped making?
No. We can talk about it. So typically, I'm only covering people who are making at least hundreds of thousands of dollars per year, and some of these guys make that per month. And the most insane ones I cover are making millions per month. So the key income sources, the most common one, it's nearly universal, is YouTube income. So the YouTubers will typically get paid roughly $2.50 per 1,000 views. If you add that up for every million views, that's $2,500. You guys will know many YouTubers who have millions and millions of views. So just keep that in mind whenever you guys look at a YouTube video. If it's got a million views, it's somewhere in the region of $2,000 to $4,000 that the YouTuber's made. Unless it's YouTube Shorts, which is unfortunate for me because I mainly post on YouTube Shorts. But if it's a normal length YouTube video, it's $2,000 to $4,000. So that's the main income source for all these people I'm covering. The other big one is streaming, usually Twitch. You probably know if you buy a sub on Twitch, it costs $5. Twitch is going to take from the big streamers $1.50 typically, which essentially leaves the streamer with $3.50 for every single sub. And these streamers, they typically have somewhere between like 2,000 and 10,000 Twitch subscribers.
And that's per month, right?
Dollars per month, yeah. So those are the two main income sources we cover. We do calculate other stuff like the Fortnite item shop, merch sales, ad income, stuff like that. And again, these are all estimates, right?
Of course.
Can I ask you, Sari? You're saying we. Who else is doing this with you? Is it a team of some sort, or is it?
That might be a British thing. It's like the royal we. It's just me.
I
don't. It's just the way I speak. No, it is just a one-man team.
So I remember when watching those videos as they came out, and now I see you sending me different kinds of notifications. You're streaming and stuff. What are you up to these days?
Yeah, so I always wanted to stream as well. After starting out my YouTube channel as, a channel where I'm just going to post how much do people make, I started streaming as well. And I found, honestly, I get more people on my streams than on the longer form YouTube videos I was making. So I switched the strategy basically just to don't even make a long form video about how much this person makes. Just make a TikTok. And then on YouTube, I'm just going to go live and stream just me playing Fortnite. Even though comparatively, I'm not a great Fortnite player. I might be like marginally above average, but most of the streamers people watch are like, incredible, miles above average, like pro level players. But still enough people watch me. We average about 20 views right now, I think.
And I mean, you have a Discord and everything. You're kind of building a community around it, aren't you?
Yeah, definitely. And that's always been the aim. The WG in my name, WG Mojo. This comes from the Wilderness Guardians. I know we said don't talk about RuneScape. I'm going to briefly talk about it just because it's relevant. So the Wilderness Guardians is a RuneScape clan. Obviously, with a clan, you need to build a community. So we used Discord in the Wilderness Guardians within a year of Discord launching. So I've been a big fan of Discord. I've been using it since 2016. So I knew that if I was going to launch a YouTube channel, straight away I made the Discord. And today I'm just looking at the numbers. We have over 1,300 people in the Discord.
That's awesome.
There's roughly like 130, 140 online. Discord is a great community building tool. Like
Mhm.
I highly recommend just to anybody, just even if it's just a group of friends, just register on Discord, make yourself a server.
Hey, hit.
Yeah, quick plug for our Discord.
Yep, I just joined the Nintendo Gems podcast Discord. Yeah.
Yeah, let's go. I think that's our first member that's not Connor, Jake, or me.
A
But
family.
yeah, Discord is a brilliant community building tool.
Yeah, well, that's awesome. I would also like to say, I guess let's pull back the veil just a tiny bit.
Yeah.
You are my brother-in-law, and thus making you
We probably
my
should have said that
wife.
at the start.
And
He is not your wife.
no, he's not my wife, but the wife is what connects him to being brother-in-law.
Indeed.
That typically makes up our trios squad for Fortnite. And
Mhm.
Harry, you said that you're not that great. You are marginally above average. And what's interesting, and maybe just to kind of shift topics a little bit and kind of get into what Fortnite is and how it
Yeah.
plays and all that, it's interesting that on PC, which you primarily play, which we haven't quite mentioned that yet either, but if it's not obvious from all his streaming, he plays on PC. Maybe on PC you are only moderately above average,
Mm.
but when you partner up with us and play on like
Yeah.
Switch servers, you are borderline godlike. You know, it's so interesting what
You can feel a difference.
the mouse and keyboard can make.
It's not even the mouse and keyboard, right? I bet a lot of the PC players I'm going against are on controller on PC.
Really?
I can't use that as an excuse anymore.
Some of the best Fortnite pro players are on controller on PC. Like the best player, NA East, I think is on controller,
That's
but
interesting.
they won't be on they won't be on Switch controllers. That's for sure. They'll be on Xbox or PS4 controller. But yeah, the
Sure.
difference is massive. But when we squad up as a trio, you and my sister,
Right.
we make you the party leader, Braden, because you're on the
Heck
Switch. It gives us Nintendo Switch lobbies. Like nobody's building it.
See, that's something I've
If,
always
if
heard.
yeah,
I've asked like some of my friends who I play Fortnite with, like if that's a real thing, like the Switch servers versus like the other console servers, because it's all multi-platform. But I feel like I've been told more than the opposite, that it is not a real thing, that it's all kind of universal.
yeah. So it's skill based matchmaking, and I think it like
Okay.
obviously Epic Games doesn't really want to fully release the information about how skill based matchmaking works, because then people will try and game the
Right.
system. But the way I think it works is it works on the
Mhm.
party leader. So we set Braden on the who's on the Switch, Hannah's on the Xbox, and I'm on the PC. We set Braden on the Switch as the party leader. I think it is mainly
Right.
matching us with either Switch players
Mhm.
or people on phones, which is just Android phones because you can't play on an iPhone right now.
Free Apple.
But yeah, the difference is
Mhm.
very noticeable. You know, if I'm queuing in on PC, there's just sweats everywhere who are like cranking like 1090s per second. You know, they build skyscrapers in like 5 seconds.
Right.
When you're in these Switch lobbies, hardly anybody's building. It's not just the building; they can't aim. They can't aim very well
You're lucky
either.
to get a ramp out of me.
Yeah.
I don't recommend anybody play Fortnite with the Switch Joy Cons. Those little nubs, like those. I don't know. I would take motion controls over that.
And so I'm going to take this opportunity to just kind of praise, however, the Switch for one of the only gimmicks that it has, which is its portability. Being able
Yeah.
to sit on the couch, lay down on the couch, and
On the
play
toilet,
Fortnite, and on the
most
toilet,
importantly.
you know, you'd be hard pressed to do that while you're twitching, wouldn't you?
You would. That's definitely a good advantage. A good advantage of playing on a Switch. You know,
Yeah,
and if you are good on the Switch, you're getting free wins.
All
right,
terrain.
right.
Can I ask, from the perspective of by my standards, a pro player, but from a self-proclaimed decent player,
Above average.
what do you think is like the one or several of the main factors that separate like the skill level of Switch players versus like PC players, besides the controller? Like, do you think
Yeah.
it's just like the accessibility of the Switch as a platform, or like do you think it's like literally like the Nintendo audience like being mostly kids?
So there's a lot of limiting factors on the Switch. To start with, when you're playing on a Nintendo Switch, you're playing on 30 FPS, 30 frames per second.
Mm,
So when I'm playing on
True.
144 FPS, which is what, like 5 times the amount of FPS.
uh-huh.
That definitely doesn't
Jeez.
help. There's things called input lag, which I'm sure is not very low on.
Right.
You press the button, how long does it take to come through? Ignoring
Sure.
your just internet lag as well. So input lag, you press the button, how long does it take the button
Right.
press to reach your console? There's so many things. Just the good players will typically find themselves just migrating over to a PC when they can. So the people who
Sure.
really want to be the best Fortnite players, they'll go out of their way to try and get themselves a PC. Or again, no offense, if they can't get a PC,
Sure.
they'll probably try and get one of the latest gen, PlayStations or Xbox. I think those can go up to like 120
Switch
FPS
is the
now.
latest gen.
There's a lot of limiting factors for the Nintendo Switch players. And again, I think it's just as simple as the best players on Switch will quickly be wanting to, unfortunately, move off Switch. So you're left with the Switch players will be overall below average in terms of this. Unfortunately, they'll be below average in terms of their skill level on Fortnite. I'm sure there's still some really good Switch players. I'm sure Braden, I'm sure you're a brilliant Switch player.
Apologize to our audience right now.
You hit some pretty good snipe.
I figured it out.
It's true.
Whenever we're playing. So I mean, I'm not saying every Switch player is trash. I am saying if you analyze it, unfortunately, I'm sure the average skill level of a Switch player will not be as high as the average skill level of a PC player, or probably even Xbox or PlayStation player.
That's fair. I figured that was the answer. That's why I asked. I just wanted to hear an above average player's analysis, as it were.
Connor, I'm curious, when did you start playing? Because I'm happy to say I started playing before Harry, before WG Mojo.
You did.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
And so that leaves it down to you and me. Like, when did you start? Do you know any idea what season you started playing?
No, my roommate Nick has been playing it on his phone for like a couple years, and then we got a PlayStation, and then he glued himself to that. I feel like I really picked it up, especially on the Switch, when we were in quarantine, because he would park in front of the TV out of work and stuff, and we would play Fortnite all day, pretty much. And it finally came out on the Switch, and I could play it on the Switch, and he could play it on the TV. We could squad up, duo up.
Yeah.
And to this day, like I'm pretty much only playing it if my friends are playing it. I don't usually make time out of my day to like play it by myself.
Yeah.
But I've gotten pretty good. I feel like even in that limited experience.
Yeah.
I'm pretty scrubby. I think generally not very sweaty as it were.
Yeah. Well, I'm happy to say I definitely got you beat. WG Mojo definitely has you beat.
Yeah.
In fact, though, I do want to riff off something you said, that it released for the Switch so much later. I started playing on the Xbox back in Chapter 1, Season 3, and Harry, I think you probably had to have joined in pretty quickly after that.
Yeah, I think it was Season 3. It was somewhere around then. I think Hannah, as in Braden's wife, my sister, I think Hannah just sent me a text one day. She was just like, you need to try this new video game, Fortnite. I'd obviously seen Fortnite. Fortnite was like all the craze. I think I recall before that. If you guys remember, Ninja once played with Drake. It was one of the most famous streams that ever happened on the internet. He had like 650,000 concurrent viewers or something, which was a record for Twitch at the time. I think that was my first interaction with Fortnite, was watching Ninja play with Drake. But at that point, I'd never played Fortnite. And then I think, it must have been just a few weeks after.
Yeah, and how often has Hannah reached out to you with a new video game to try? How common is that?
That was the first ever time she'd done that. So I think you could tell from that Fortnite had really reached the masses. Like, it was appealing to everybody. And that's the thing about Fortnite.
Yeah.
What I say about Fortnite, it's
true.
really easy to play, but it's very difficult to master. And that's the good games in a nutshell, isn't it? You can hop on, super accessible, but so difficult to master. So so Hannah sent me a text. She was like, "You want to play this game?" I hopped into a squad with Hannah and Braden. I guess the rest is history, as they say.
Cute.
That's right. And so you have kind of regularly played, I think, since then. And admittedly, I think I dipped out for 1 or 2 seasons, maybe, since I first started playing. But how do you feel about the game as an ongoing project, as kind of like this experimental, ongoing,
ever-changing?
Yes.
So there's not really ever going to be a final version, is it?
Yeah. The game has done a really good job of evolving.
Mm-hmm.
You often see people saying, like, I wish they bring the old map back, which is kind of what they did this season, right? They brought back Tilted Towers and Flush Factory and Dusty Depot or whatever it's called and stuff like that.
Sure.
But the game does need to evolve, despite the fact people, saying, keep it the same, don't change it. Every game needs to evolve. I think Fortnite overall have done a very good job of evolving and adapting the game. Obviously, no game's going to get it perfect. If you guys remember the end of Chapter 1, there was these things called the mechs, these giant robots you could hop into and like drive around the map, which were way too overpowered.
Yes.
They've made big mistakes like that, but overall they've done a good job.
And it didn't even start as the game that we play now either. It started as like this one player kind of also experimental save the world, I believe it was called.
It started to save the world. It was in development for like 5 years or something, and then they thought, let's add a PvP aspect to this, and then save the world's still a thing. But Fortnite's battle royale, as it is the one that's blew up.
Ooh, I have a question. I feel like everybody forgets PUBG, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, kind of came first. It was kind of like the original battle royale, 100-player survival crafting sort of multiplayer experience. How did Fortnite get such a sharp edge over it, like so quickly?
Yeah, that's a good question, and I think there was another H1Z1. It was the other key one before Fortnite as well.
Yeah, true.
One of the things Fortnite did well, for whatever reason, it attracted former H1 players and former PUBG players. And the biggest one was, we mentioned his name, Ninja, to try out this new battle royale.
Gotcha.
And for whatever reason, these guys preferred this game. And I think, again, it's what I said. They've made Fortnite so accessible and so like easy to play. It's free to play. You just play it on any device, including iPhones back then. Every angle was covered. You could even play it on a Mac. I didn't know people played video games on Macs, but apparently it's a thing.
We try.
And and literally any device. I think that's one of the key things that has helped Fortnite blow up. You download it on your Android phone and play. And again, the cartoony style kind of helped with, especially the kid audience. Just the way the game's developed. So you guys might have made notice. You don't kill people in Fortnite; you eliminate them. It's just small things like that,
right?
Which Epic Games did correct to like increase the reach of the game
and keep it like rated E for the most part.
Exactly, and that's why it easily overtook H1 and PUBG. Those are still games which millions of people play today, but Fortnite's easily more popular than those two games for reasons like that.
It's also a testament, I feel like, to, like you said, how they managed to maintain it and keep it growing and changing with the times, that it has remained so accessible. Like, it's on phones and people can play it for free on anything and people can just like drop in and enjoy it, but also that there is still like a hardcore competitive scene.
Yeah,
like I feel like games that have this kind of like globally recognized competitive scene, like with professional players and such, like most of the time it's a pretty like core game, like fighting games or real-time strategy, but like something so accessible that you can get on your iPhone usually doesn't have that kind of like serious professional competitive scene. The only thing I can think of that's similar is like Super Smash Bros.
Jonesy for Smash.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Yeah, I think one of the many things Fortnite's done correctly is the number of game modes you can play. If you open Fortnite, you select change game mode, there's literally like 15 different game modes you can pick usually. So the players who do want to sweat hard, they'll just go in arena and play the arena game mode, which is like the ranked system in Fortnite for those not familiar. And then if they want to sweat even harder, they'll play a cash cup, which happens once a week, where you can actually win real money. Or they'll enter the Fortnite Championship Series again, where you can win thousands of dollars. But on the other hand, if you just want to chill, you can go in Team Rumble, where you'll find a completely different set of players who are just constantly respawning in, killing each other,
eliminating each other.
Eliminating each other.
Watch your mouth, Harry.
Rated E, please.
That's the thing again, but that's the beauty of Fortnite, right? There's so many game modes, and that's how they've been able to cater to the sweats and and the people who don't want to sweat so hard.
Can I ask, as a casual Nintendo Kitty player to an experienced above average PC player, what is being sweaty and where does it come from?
What is being sweaty? I don't know where it comes from, to be honest. It's just the terminology used in Fortnite. But if you're sweating, typically you're building a lot, right? So if you come across somebody, you're not just going to stand in the open and shoot at each other in what's called a 50-50. You know, the other person's probably going to like build a box and then like crank 390s and go like 3 layers above you. Sweating is just playing like really, really hard, you know, just doing everything you can within your power to win the fight, mashing a lot of keyboard buttons, but you know, in the correct order.
Gotcha. So it's just like being like in the moment, like by like action. I'm pretty sweaty at Smash.
I think you used that term correctly there,
Sick.
Connor. Well done. Going back to how many game modes there are, I kind of want to ask the big question, which I do think I'm asking the wrong crowd, but I think I'm asking the right crowd. The question is Fortnite a good game? Because I think there are gamer snobs out there who think Fortnite is a sellout, or Fortnite is for kids, or Fortnite is not a game or something. I think I'm asking the wrong people, because I think Fortnite's an awesome game and is one of the only games that I've played so regularly over such a long period of time. And so I have nothing but praise and high hopes for what's to come with Fortnite. But yeah, I don't know. I'll pass the question to, I'm going to ask Connor first. Do you think Fortnite is a good game?
So it's a good thing we have 3 different perspectives, because mine is rather unique. I view it from an artistic standpoint.
Oof.
We in the Nintendo Jim's household view video games as art.
Sip your wine.
I'm swirling my glass. When you think about art, you think about completed pieces, a complete work. You put a bow on it, you sign it, like a song, a painting. Something that I admire though is when art changes over time, possibly with the times, like with the artist's feelings and such. Kanye West improved one of his songs on his albums because he felt like it and he thought it needed to be changed after the album already released. So there's like 2 versions of the song. Fortnite, it's hard to call it a good game because it might change tomorrow with a new update and it might suck. Who's to say?
Whoa.
Indubitably.
Wow.
No, yeah, I like it. It's good.
Yeah. Like, I hate to say it, but that actually made a decent amount of sense. And Harry, I apologize for making you follow up on that.
I've been playing Art School.
Yeah, go listen to the episode, Art School. Anyway, Harry, is Fortnite a good game?
I mean, the basic answer is yes, right? Like Connor says, a battle royale needs to adapt over time. But if it doesn't adapt over time, it's just going to die. Again, I'm clearly biased because I've played so much Fortnite. But I think Fortnite is one of, like, at least it's in the top 10 best games of all time, especially in terms of how much it's influenced the gaming industry and the gaming world. Like, how many games are like
say that.
copying the Fortnite model now? So, you make the game free to play and you sell skins on it. So
right.
Let me be clear though. Fortnite's not the first game that's done that. I think League of Legends does that. Other games does that. But the way Fortnite's done it, they've set the bar high. I think I read that in 2019 they made nearly $2 billion just selling skins in the game. So, but yeah, in terms of is Fortnite a good game? To answer in the here and now, season 5, the current season, I think is a good season. So yes, Fortnite's a good game. Again, I would definitely put it in the top 10 greatest games of all time. I'm clearly biased. But yes, we've mentioned a lot of things on this podcast about why Fortnite's been so successful. So I won't repeat them again.
Yeah.
But yes, sure. I think it's a good game.
Yeah.
An addendum kind of to what you just said, Harry, and kind of like Fortnite maintaining itself as like a current game and staying present, but also remaining competitive. And like, especially with that $2 billion they raked in, it's a wonder to me that they managed to stay so successful and Fortnite continues to be so balanced when everything they sell, everything you buy with your V-Bucks, anything that you can buy with real money is purely cosmetic. There's nothing that can give you an advantage in the game. I mean, I think that's kind of how competitive games should be. I think that's the way they're trending these days, is to be like fair and balanced and be like mostly cosmetic, but especially to like be as like financially colossal as Fortnite
and not sell out to that aspect of the microtransaction market.
Exactly, microtransactions and like things that could like give you an advantage, or like a lot of games they lock content behind like in-game levels, so like the more you play, the more things you get, or you could just like pay the money and get it all right now.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know. In that regard,
that's the Fortnite Battle Pass. Fortnite does the same thing.
But you still have to level up.
So Connor means in Call of Duty, you don't start out with all the guns that you can use throughout the game.
Guns,
you have to
I
level up
know
to access different guns and different attachments, and that's inherently advantage.
Yeah.
And Fortnite has not resorted to that
at
all.
As far as
no, they definitely
corporate greed goes, is pretty respectable.
It is crazy what they've done with, again, like you say, just literally free skins, which nobody has to buy them.
Mm-hmm.
But they've somehow created an environment where everybody feels compelled to spend their V-Bucks and buy these skins, which give you zero advantage in the game and often a disadvantage.
That's true. Some of them are pretty loud, pretty colorful.
Yeah. If you watch top-level Fortnite, competitive Fortnite, every single Fortnite pro uses a female skin because the hitbox is slightly smaller. And not only just a female skin, they'll use like a clean one, not too much on the skin. It just makes the hitbox slightly smaller, nothing too flashy on the skin, no crazy colors.
Yeah.
So
I knew the cat lady was the best.
Yeah. You wouldn't describe that as pay to win, but the Fortnite pros have found a way to take advantage of the Fortnite skins. Put it that way. But yeah, Fortnite's done a really good job of not selling out with microtransactions.
Yeah.
They've just created an environment where you feel compelled to buy a skin, even though it's not going to help you get better at the game.
Right.
All right, Harry, WG Mojo,
Harry's fine.
Esteemed guest. Well, I just have a couple rapid round questions that I thought that we could each answer before we dip out of here. It's been a blast having you on, but we can get into that in a second. Here are the questions. We'll start with Harry, Connor, then me. What is your favorite season?
I really didn't play Chapter 1 I didn't pay enough attention to Chapter 1. I played it super casually. So I can answer my favorite Chapter 2 season is probably Season 2. We mentioned it right at the start with the crazy overpowered Midas drum gun and the Brutus minigun. I think that's my favorite. That's the favorite season I can remember. So Chapter 2, Season 2 is the answer.
Sure.
All right, Connor, go.
I think it might be the same one. Whichever one had the Kingsman, the umbrella, was my favorite weapon. Super sick.
Interesting.
I can't even remember which season that was.
A long time ago.
Yeah. Mine was the one with the wind tunnels. That was fun when you had the wind tunnels all around the map and you could ride the tubes, basically.
Oh, yeah.
You remember those?
Yeah, that was season 7 or season 8 of Chapter 1. That was Fortnite World Cup time, so which was the middle of 2019.
I liked the gimmick. Don't love all the gimmicks, but I like that one. Your favorite NPC?
So are we talking about the NPCs they've added this season?
Or not necessarily, like Jonesy, Banana.
All right, yeah. Any NPC? Yeah, you can't beat the banana Peely. The Peely, it's as a troll skin. It's fun.
Yeah,
it's fun. It's just funny getting a victory royale when you're just dressed as a banana. And again, your hitbox is so big. You're a bright yellow thing running around the map, but you've still somehow got a victory royale. So Peely, probably definitely my favorite NPC. Nice. I think Jonesy put him in a blender and killed him at the end of Chapter 1.
Oh my god!
Oh, that's right. Because his little eyeballs were in the blender.
Yeah.
Jeez. Yeah. I like Peely. I like Meowscles. I like the cat that's in the mech suit. I mean, I just want to point out that I admire Fortnite's character designs because they're ripped straight out of my middle school notebooks. The big muscular cat with just a regular cartoon cat head, out of my notebook, and Banana with sunglasses and a suit, stolen. I want copyright.
Nailed it.
Royalties.
What's yours, Braden?
I kind of like the blue jelly guy. Everyone kind of hates him for some reason.
Oh yeah.
But I really like the what's his name? I don't know.
I don't know his name.
But the blue.
I'm useless with Fortnite skins.
Yeah, the blue.
I know who you mean.
Guy.
So he was introduced at the start of Chapter 2.
Yeah,
he was in the trailer at the start of Chapter 2. The thing about him, the AIs in Fortnite, the things they add, which
bots.
pretend to be real players, they're always wearing his skin. So whenever I think of that skin, I think it's a bot.
But I think that's probably why everybody hates it too. That makes sense. They just think noob.
Yeah, probably.
All right, your favorite weapon?
Well, favorite weapon. If you ask most people, they would probably say the gold pump because it can one shot 200 headshot. The sound is so satisfying. I've not really thought of that question before. I'm not sure I have a definitive answer. There's some fun weapons. The exotic weapons this season are really fun. The shadow tracker.
Yeah.
So the one you get from Dirty Docks, when you shoot somebody, it tags a diamond over the head so you can see where they are. It's like wall hacking.
Mm-hmm.
It also smacks really hard. That's a fun one this season. The boom sniper rifle is ridiculously overpowered.
It's so
this season as well. It just shoots clingers. You can shoot 5 of them at once. And after the update a few weeks ago, you can buy 3 or 4 of them, so you could have your entire squad just shooting shooting clingers constantly. It just greased people's builds. So that those two weapons, the boom sniper rifle, the dragon breath sniper as well. There's so many fun exotics in this new season of Fortnite. I can't really give you. Let me give you a regular weapon. I think just the good old, what I would call SCAR, the assault rifle, upgraded to purple or gold. It just absolutely shreds people. And it used to shred people so hard that Epic nerfed the double headshot multiplier and made it 1.5, because you used to be able to 3-tap people from 200 to 0 with it if you hit all headshots.
That's insane.
Yeah, the gold SCAR is probably my favorite regular weapon, but there's the exotics. The exotics in this current season have been so fun.
That's exactly why I had you on. That answer right there. That was beautiful.
Good,
Connor,
good.
Go.
The Kingsman.
You did already say. Okay.
Next.
Sniper rifle for me. I like the snipies. Harry mentioned it. I've always I like a good snipey snipe.
You're not bad with them.
Yeah, thank you. Your favorite skin?
Favorite skin? I mean, I did mention the PD skin before, but it's a boring answer. I wear the ninja skin.
That's not boring. I think that's cool.
95% of the time. I'm just a big fan of Ninja, the streamer. He's done so much for the gaming world in general. So that's my favorite skin. And it's always fun just whenever you get a victory royale, you just do his pon pon emote, which is Ninja's favorite dance whenever you win. And I swear, the thing I'm thinking when I'm getting this victory royale, they probably think they've been killed by a 6 or 7 year old who's a Ninja fanboy. when in actual fact they've died to a 28-year-old boomer. Because I think most of the Fortnite players will be teenagers or early 20. I just find it funny doing the pon when I've won. Ninja skin is definitely my favorite skin.
Love it. Connor?
I think it's absolutely absurd that Travis Scott is a playable character in a video game. That's just an honorable mention. But I missed the Master Chief one, but I wish I had Master Chief. I would exclusively play as Master Chief.
That was one of the few skins which I actually bought. I think really? I've only ever bought 4 skins, and that was one of them.
I didn't even realize we kind of haven't even touched on just the number of collaborations Fortnite's gone.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
we haven't.
And they got Street Fighter and Capcom right now.
Yeah. Just over time, though. I mean, throughout the season, there's just so many tie-ins and crossovers, and
talk about remaining present.
Yeah, so this question is a little more loaded than I had intentionally meant it to be. I was thinking kind of just goofy Fortnite skins, but there's actual Mandalorian and Master Chief and anything
Marvel and Star Wars,
anything you can imagine. Yeah.
But
yours was what, Connor? Sorry,
Master Chief.
Oh, that's right. All right, but mine is one of the goofy Fortnite skins. It's the Black Cat Lady. I believe she's from Chapter 1, Season 7 or something like that. It's actually one of the skins that you had to level her up, and you unlocked further skins for her. And so it's a chicken in an all black cat suit with a tail, and it's really sleek, and apparently the hitbox is small, so that's all the justification I need. You don't need to hear anything else.
Didn't ask for anything else.
It is a clean skin. I agree.
Well, all right. On that note, WG Mojo, Harry, again, thank you so much for joining the podcast. It's been a lot of fun, and I hope you feel like maybe you got something out of it as well.
I'm happy to be on the podcast.
Yeah, where'd you learn about Nintendo?
It's definitely been fun. It's just unfortunate I don't know too much about the Nintendo world.
Except that it sucks for Fortnite. But before we head out, is there anything that you would like to plug? I mean, hit us with your Discord, hit us with, your YouTube. Where do we find you?
I mean, you just type in WG Mojo on any platform, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, and you'll find me. Again, my other YouTube channel is WG Mojo Shorts, but again, you'll just find that by typing in WG Mojo.
Very good. And Connor?
I make music. You might be hearing it right now, but the music I normally make isn't what sounds like what you're hearing right now. Search Weave on your favorite streaming platform. That's WEAV, or go to weave.bandcamp.com to listen to some tunes.
And there you have it. Those are my beautiful friends, and apparently, actually, they're both my brothers. Go check out their stuff. And in the meantime, thank you for listening to Nintengems. It has been an honor having you here. My name is Braden.
And I am Connor.
And our special guest has been...
Harry.
It has been an honor. Thank you guys for listening. We'll see you next time.
Love you.
Bye.